Hey, it's us. Once again, I'm JT. I got my homeboy with me. Say something like B.
What he do? What is that you do?
That's my homeboy reference.
What's up, man?
Shit. Welcome to another quickie episode. Happy Resurrection Day. I know it's a holiday somewhere in here. I couldn't think of it. But for all the believers out there, happy Resurrection Day. If you're not a believer, then happy Sunday. Enjoy the eggs and the candy, goddammit. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Tired, but I'm good.
Tired? What you been doing?
Oh, I cooked, remember?
Oh, I didn't know that was...
Hey, for somebody that don't usually do it, and I was proud of myself.
It was a task.
Yeah, it was. I had some
face,
nice baked chicken that was seasoned to perfection, if I do say so myself. I had some nice broccoli with a light cheese sauce, straight out the freezer bag at your local grocery store. But when I made it, it tastes homemade.
Just because you cooked it in your skillet, huh?
In my home.
That made it homemade.
It was so good. And I told you my plan was to try this meal prep thing. I made a bunch of chicken. I was gonna have broccoli to take to work for the week. It's gonna be gone by tomorrow. It's like I won't even have none for the week. It was good. I was so proud of myself. Like I would just sit like, self, you did a good job. Who knew? I should try it more often.
That's the question. Shoot.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what had me tired. Like it's hot in here.
Anyway. We got a couple of double back stories. Some stories that we did. Was it last year? Well, I know one story is, damn it. And it seemed like I just lied to you.
I know one was like last week.
Well, yeah, what we just talked about, old Katt.
Yeah.
Back in the news, I think it's his season right now. Suge is
out.
His show is off right now, and Katt back on. And so we got to deal with it.
This is crazy.
When we first saw the news or the video, we see him like hitting a young man, and then all of a sudden getting choked out.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Katt. Really, how did we get to this right now? This, what you doing now?
Like you go from fighting people, to fighting kids.
I'm like. But then another video surfaced of more of a more context video, I should say, and you can see what was going on. Like he was playing soccer with kids in the neighborhood, and it seemed like the young man seemed like he was agitating him. He was following him sometimes.
That's what it looked like.
It seemed like he was like talking smack to him, or he was around. And it seemed like you weren't even there to play soccer. It seemed like you don't even play soccer. You know what I'm saying? You just be playing kickball. Everybody else playing soccer, and you ain't even kickball. You playing the ball. That's what he playing. And so and then the Katt kind of veers off. It seemed like once he veers off, everybody else just kind of follows him. And the young man is still following him.
Still talking shit.
Still talking, and you can see why Katt is leaving. He's kind of talking while he's leaving. And to me, it was kind of I couldn't hear it. It wasn't that audible as far as like their back and forth on the video. Could you understand like what they were saying?
Well, I mean, you could tell that the guy was talking shit, but
but like what? Yeah. Could you hear what they were?
I just watched it though. Now I'm trying to replay it in my head.
I couldn't understand what was going on. You can tell like they were, had some words.
You saw at one point like Katt Williams, he sat down and he was trying to tell him like this ain't what you want. Like I'm a grown ass man. I'm 44. I don't even know if he knew how old the little boy was at that point. I couldn't tell.
But he wasn't a little boy. I mean, you can tell he's a teenager. You just didn't know like you couldn't gauge exactly how old of a teenager he was. It seemed like he'd be between 14 and 18. Just at his stature. And so, like you said, the video showed them like sitting against the wall or something, and everybody, of course, around. They got the cameras and stuff.
Now, what I did hear was whoever was recording the video that I watched kept saying like, you don't want Katt to stand up. You don't want him to stand up.
Yeah, they're like,
like, get him, Katt. I'm like, they really trying to encourage him to hit this young man.
It just seemed weird.
Well, the whole situation was weird.
Yeah, and then of course he got up and he said something like, and he kind of got him with a quick hook, like this ain't what you want. Type deal, and
he kicked him too. After he punched him, he kicked him like, get the fuck away from him. Dude was coming at him.
And then I guess dude, you know, did his little wrestling move. He been watching like some UFC, I guess.
He said he practiced wrestling for 2 years.
Oh, okay. It seemed like, you know, he had a little skill on him.
They asked him like, where you learn your grappling moves?
Yeah. It looked like you looked like you had a word for what you was doing. You know, it didn't look like you just moving around.
Right.
You wasn't wrestling. like we say wrestling. He looked like he doing some moves. But he had Katt on the ground, and I'm just looking at this like, Lord Jesus.
It looks so sad to see this.
Like it's a grown ass man on the ground. This kid,
even though he's tiny, him out. He's still grown.
Yeah. I'm like, you still, you know, little dudes can fight, but I just didn't know he wasn't. To me, he wasn't in fighting mode.
Who?
Katt. It seemed like he was trying to avoid the situation. But I don't know.
It's kind of hard to avoid it when you punch the person.
No, but by then, you know.
Oh, before then.
Before then. Of course he wasn't avoiding then. I'm like,
you hit me, you ain't trying to avoid
But at the
anything.
same time, it seemed like he should have gotten his car or whatever. Why? Because it looked like, what was he doing like in the hood?
He said that's where
where he stayed?
Yeah. I don't know. You got to ask Katt.
He was like in the hood. I didn't see like grass a lot of places. You know, it was like
it was a soccer field. So
why they was walking.
Oh,
but you still would want grass in a soccer field.
Even if it's in the hood, they ain't really got grass like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You trying to say he got to play with like rich black kids?
No, but I'm saying like what like why you just go over to a wall? Why don't you get in your car
and go
home? You ain't got to deal. You can come back when then everything got that. You know you can tell now. He had like he talked about it later on, and it was describing what was going on, and he was like, people were telling me throughout the game, he like, this don't seem right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It felt like a setup.
It felt like something. So if if like you say, you should have your antennas up.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you got to have some discernment about yourself and leave. Because you don't know what's going to pop off. Just like you said, you don't know if a young man going to shoot you. Just some world star type shit. You know, kids now do some dumb just because.
Like this situation seemed like he did that just to say, I fought Katt with.
Yeah, you know. And I don't.
I kind of wish, after seeing the video, that Katt, even though this is frowned upon, that Katt would have, actually went in on him. And, and actually, fought him for real, like he was a grown ass man. Then he would have learned you don't step to grown men with this bullshit.
Yeah, but it was just sad. They're not even saying why you hit the boy. It was just like, damn, Katt, why you let the boy do that? You're like, god damn, man. Maybe because he's such a small man.
Did you remember that you were grown?
Yeah.
And this kid got you all hemmed up.
I think a true grown man would just, dismiss himself from the premises.
I can see, but I can see me sometimes too. I'm like, I'm finna teach this little ass a lesson, but then you don't just go halfway. You go all the way.
No,
you go all the way. You don't just punch and stop and see. I told you. No, you punch and you keep punching, and then you face the consequences.
Deputy Mike over here. He just came off the fork. So,
they gonna talk shit about you anyway. Even if he would have left, it would have been the more mature and grown up thing to do.
Yeah.
People they've been talking shit about that too.
But then you wouldn't have that footage of you on the ground. That's forever. You can talk all the shit you want. Like, look, nigga, you can't say shit.
Look at you running from a fight from a kid. But then seeing that fight.
Oh, man. I don't know where you can. I mean, when he had the little video of what was going on, it was some funny stuff. He saw the laughter in it. You can laugh about it now, but man,
that would have made me want to take a trip right back, and break that little wrestler's legs. But that's frowned upon. So
Yes, it is, Mike B.
I would have to remind myself that I'm grown and I shouldn't be doing this.
Okay. Every mile on your way. You still haven't turned around yet.
So, it started out nice, him trying to, play with the community kids, and then it ended up with him on the ground.
On the ground, getting
choked out by some community kids. Can you imagine if a bunch of kids jumped in and they was all trying to whoop his...
Now that'll be a damn shame. Now I'm really, I'm getting a gun. Y'all little nigglets, I'm shooting every one of y'all ass. Hulk Hogan. We talked about he had a case with Gawker. Is that like a blog site?
I think so.
And I guess they released a video of him, a sex video, and then during that video, it had him talking about his situation with his daughter, I believe. I guess the man that she was seeing. You remember he had the after sex talk.
Oh, dating like a black guy or something like that.
Yeah, and and that was the controversy.
Yeah,
and
so they actually posted I thought they posted a conversation like of the after sex talk, and we were trying to figure out like who talks about shit like this.
Yeah,
I didn't know they actually posted.
It wasn't a video.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was.
We heard it.
Why would you sue for the conversation?
Because they still know it's you.
But still, it's just a conversation. Now, if they were showing you actually having sex, I can see you suing for
I'm thinking it was a video.
It may be. But I remember the conversation.
Yeah.
He was sharing his feelings towards her dating a black guy.
They had the case finally, came about, and then they rewarded that man with $150 million.
They making that kind of money?
They gonna have to come up with something, and
really,
and the jury was like, they basically said, we making an example, like, these are people's lives, you're dealing with, this privacy issue just because they like celebrity or something. And
who was recording it? Did we?
I don't know. I don't know. But I know Gawker was the company that released.
They making it seem like Gawker had some people hiding inside a Hulk Hogan house.
It don't matter. But they the one that released. The person that recorded, they could have just sat on it. And they I don't know if Gawker released who they got it from or what. Who knows?
Oh, I'm sure that they're gonna appeal this.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that don't sound right.
But yeah, they had to pay that man $150 million. He won that case, and they had another case with what's her name, the ESPN. Well, she ain't on ESPN no more. The peephole. Is it Aaron Andrews? Yeah. That happened like 5 or 6 years ago. It seemed like she wasn't popular until that happened. I never heard of her until then.
I didn't know her.
And she was in the news again because she took over the Pam Oliver, the black chick. As far as people was getting up in arms about that and all that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, she won her thing. I think, but they only gave her $50 million. But that sounds good to me too. I'll take it. This
is when somebody was like peeping in the peephole.
Yeah, like she was in a hotel and they were. I think they sued the hotel.
Okay.
And so they had to pay like $50 million.
I need to find me somebody to sue. Evidently, that's the way to go. Y'all playing the lottery. It's the money's in the lawsuits.
Well, people, sue for anything now.
I know.
Once you fall down the stairs, by yourself. Stairs? But you can sue your apartment.
We probably shouldn't talk.
I got to say, it ain't good. We got this.
So
the plan
on video. We'll wait.
Scratch that. Think of another place. Oh man. That's all I have, Mike B. You got anything? Of course, people. Yeah, it was. If you have any comments, of course, leave them. Till next time.